The trade that was meant to turn the Clippers into a super team definitely made them worse, and I know that for a fact. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Luke, and as you can see by the title, today we'll be going over the struggles of Paul George and why this trade was absolutely terrible for the Clippers and why they would have a better record and better everything if they just kept Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now look, this was a while ago when this trade happened, and if you're an NBA fan, once I say these trade details, you're definitely going to agree with me off rip. The trade details was Paul George for Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and 5 first-round picks. Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are both putting up 18 plus points per game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is having a monster season and has literally proved himself to be one of the best young players in the entire NBA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the season is putting up 19.3 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and over a steal a game, while almost averaging a block as a shooting guard. Look, I get it. Last year, he put up 11 points per game, but he definitely showed some promise. And Steve Ballmer in the front office, his thought process was, okay, if we trade this kid, we can get a lot back in return. So they pulled the trigger on that. And then you give up Danilo Gallinari, who is also having a crazy season. And I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking they have to do something for the Thunder because the Thunder don't have any firepower. Obviously, Paul George is going to struggle. He's playing with a bunch of other superstars. But the thing is, Danilo Gallinari is playing better last year with the Clippers than he is this year. Last year, putting up 20 points per game on 46% efficiency from the field. This year, putting up 19 points per game on 43% efficiency from the field. His rebounds have gone down, assists gone down, blocks have gone down. Danilo is having a worse season this year than he did last season. And his numbers last season with the Clippers are almost identical to Paul George's this year. So what we've proved so far is trading Danilo Gallinari for Paul George straight up isn't even that beneficial to this Clippers team. Danilo fit in so well with this Clippers team that it was insane. He doesn't fit with this Thunder team. So they messed up on that. And look, Shai, he was destined to pop off this year. They have Patrick Beverley at that starting point guard spot. If they still had Shai, he'd be able to run point guard, what he's meant to play. And they'd have Patrick Beverley off the bench, who is obviously someone that every team needs, especially off the bench. Yes, I agree that Shai's production wouldn't be as good because this Thunder team has less firepower, but he would be having still a monstrous season with the Clippers, and you can't tell me nothing. He'd have that starting point guard role. He'd be that second option. He'd still have his smoothness to his game, and he'd improve a lot. So moral of the story, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's production would go down a little bit, but Danilo's would get better. And you traded all that for Paul George, who's having a absolutely terrible season. And he's been injured, and him and Kawhi Leonard have not even started to mesh well together. And they're going to need to do that by the time the playoffs start because it's coming up. The Thunder are 40-24. There's a chance that the Thunder and the Clippers will play each other in the playoffs, whether it's in the second or third round. It might happen, and we'll get to see how this Clippers team does in the playoffs. This even proves my argument more. The Clippers are literally 4 games better than the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are trying to rebuild. I don't understand how a rebuilding team is just as good as a team who's trying to contend. It makes no sense. And I know Kawhi's been sitting out, but that's his fault, man. I'm really against Kawhi sitting out like this. Look, as an NBA superstar, you're paid to play 82 games only if you have an injury. Kawhi maybe is sore sometimes, but look at LeBron. This dude's 35 years old playing every single game, and Kawhi's sitting out because of some stupid little injury that's not even an injury, man. Some people are in debt and still pay to see this guy play, and he just sits out for no reason. The Clippers made a bad trade, and the Clippers are not having a good season in my opinion. I know they're not trying this hard, but man, like, this Paul George trade did not turn out well for the Clippers, and we'll be able to prove this through the years and in these playoffs. The crazy thing is, we didn't even talk about the 5 first-round picks that they got. Think about that. That's 5 young players that'll be coming to this team. There's a good chance that the Clippers, and maybe in the next couple of years, because they traded their picks into like 2028, there's a good chance that the Clippers in like 2025 are gonna be bad. And the Thunder will have their picks. This could be similar to the Nets Paul Pierce trade. I'm saying it right now. The Clippers messed up in the long run. I would still be surprised if the Clippers won a championship this year because Paul George and Kawhi have just not even seemed to mesh well. And it's not looking good in Los Angeles, but it is looking good in Oklahoma City. Chris Paul having a bounce back year. Him and Shai work wonders together. Same with Danilo Gallinari. Everybody is playing amazing in Oklahoma. But I know Kawhi's having a really good season. You know, Trez and Lou are doing their thing. But it's not going to look good for the Clippers in the long run if Paul George doesn't come back to his regular form that we know him to be. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. I was just trying to share my thoughts. Yeah, this could be a little bit biased Laker fan in me, but still, like, y'all, how are y'all gonna tell me I'm wrong? Playoff P, yeah, playoff PU, the one who put up 5 points in a playoff game. I don't care if you have an off night. It's one of the biggest games of your career, one of the biggest games of the season. If you guys want to move on, you have to show up. Just to clarify, Paul George is still one of my favorite players. He's great. He's an amazing basketball player. He just doesn't fit with his team, and the Clippers gave up too much to get him. That's all I'm trying to say. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Tell me what you think about this new mic. I really like this mic. This mic is sick. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.